It's right there. Hello, hello. I saw that you're on, Katie. How are you? Oh, we're having some crazy weather again. Ooh, it's windy outside. Let's see. Hi, James. Can everybody hear me? I wrote hi to you guys in the chat. So Paul is on his way home. So I just thought that I would just get started. So yeah, say hey when you come in. And don't forget to like the thumb or to like the live, right? Hi, Amy. Oh, good. I'm so glad you could hear me. So Paul is with Jonas right now. They just finished up a game, so they're on their way home. And so we had went out to lunch, and they took off right where we were at lunch. So we went to Red Robin. You guys let me know if you love Red Robin because it's so good. We don't really do Red Robin very often. I wonder if I can like the live. No, I can't. Yeah, so I just got like a cheeseburger, but I've been trying to drink a lot more water today. We had a special last Wednesday. We went to Cafe Rio for dinner because that was the night that evening we had a whole bunch of little boys from church. We did like a little lesson. Well, on those days that we have people over, it doesn't happen very often, like a couple times a month. I don't make dinner because I don't want my house to smell like broccoli. You know what I'm saying? So we went to Cafe Rio, and normally in the past, I love Cafe Rio, but I do know it has a lot of salt intake, and it affects my weight. So if I do too much salt, then like I get more water retention. So hey, okay, so yes, Katie's here and Amy. Hi, Jen. Hey, Charles. Hi, Susan. Hi, Rain. It's looking like it could rain at our house right now. The weather picked up and we're having like some strong winds. And I always know that's happening because I have baskets hanging on my front door and it's like they're knocking. Come on in. No, actually, I don't want the wind in here. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Nina. Let's see. I said hello to Susan. James, it's getting windy here. So maybe it's your wind that's coming over here, James. Getting snow tomorrow. My goodness. Can you believe what happened in and still happening in Texas? That's crazy. I am so I feel so bad for everything that's going on there. I've just seen lots of videos and pictures of havoc. Really, what weather can do is havoc. We can share the well, you know what? Where we live in Las Vegas, it gets really windy here, just on a daily basis, almost like depending on where you live in the valley. Cassandra, hello. And let's see, Michelle, hello from Arkansas. Texas, they got hit bad. That was, and I thought I had read, now, correct me if I'm wrong, that they are supposed to be hitting 70-degree weather pretty quick here. But even though it's warm enough, it doesn't mean that the water treatment centers are at normal capacity or whatever and so the power is still out for a lot of people. It's going. Charles, how's it going? It's going good. I've been just kind of doing some Saturday tour type things. We're straightening up a little, but I thought it would be really good to do something special today with the dessert. And that's what the title of the live is, you guys. I decided to make a peach cobbler in my crock pot. So we're going to be going over to take a look at it. It's been, I had it on low for an hour and then I bumped it up to high for the last hour. So it's in the last couple hours. It's getting close. It's not all the way there, but it's close from the last time I saw it. Their water main. I know. It's so sad, really. After 6 days, we finally have water. Oh my goodness. And so, Mina, are you in Texas then? Who else is from Texas? Hi, Crystal. Yeah, okay. So if you watched my last grocery haul, I talked about I got ice cream, and I have been thinking about making this peach cobbler now for a couple weeks. And I probably should have, it's so easy to make, but I didn't want it to like be a Thursday night dinner dessert thing, like I wanted it to be special for the weekend so we can have a little bit. Oh, yes. Okay. So we are so praying for you and thinking about all of you and your, everybody that lives out there in Texas by you and your family, of course. Yeah, it smells pretty good here, James. I will say that. Yes, definitely stay safe. Joshua, Texas. Okay. How close are you to Austin? Because I feel like I keep hearing more about Austin getting really slammed with all the catastrophe stuff out in maybe Dallas too. I did see Joanna Gaines posting on from Waco. So they had lots of snow on their ranch and their farm. So it's kind of a bummer. 4 hours. Okay. Is one that was hit hard. Yep. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. So I was talking to my dad about this, and he's like, never in my lifetime did I think that would ever happen in one of our states where we weren't prepared for that. And because where Texas is, being so close to the Mexican border, he said on the other side, they're dealing with the same things in Mexico. So that Arctic kind of went down into Mexico a little bit there too, and they have the same issues as well, which, that broke my heart to hear that as well. 30 minutes from Dallas. Okay, so you're closer to San Antonio. Yes. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Texas is huge. I think everybody knows somebody that's there, right? Or know of families that live there, or acquaintances or something like that, if not family. So you guys see this? I'm just looking. I can see my bruise. I've had that bruise now for 2 weeks. I ran into Paul's car door trying to give an invitation to a little boy about the activity that we had on Wednesday. So that would have been like 2 Wednesdays ago. I'm so silly. And I bruised pretty good apparently. Hi, Michelle. Crazy weather. Our homes are built differently. Yes, then this is true. So where we live, if something went out in the winter time, like, yeah, it'd suck, but it doesn't get frigid. But if the power goes out here in the summer, that will be catastrophic. Catastrophic. So yes, everybody knows that where they live, there's seasons where it's a little bit harder to live. I think everybody has that in some aspect. And if California, I know they have great weather year round, but there's a few weeks where they have heat waves, and not everybody has air conditioning. So I remember living in California. Hi, Vonda. Vonda, you are doing so well on your vlog channel. I see your thumbnails coming through. Sometimes I'll click on them, but she is going strong, you guys. So if you are not following Vonda C, you should put the name of your channel on there if it's got a different name than your first name. I'm sure she'd love the follow for sure. Let's see. We have heat waves. Yeah. Yeah, I remember going back to school every September because we would buy clothes for, back to school, some jeans, and I'd be so happy to wear my like mock turtleneck. Mock turtlenecks. But yeah, so we would be super excited to wear our new clothes, and we're like suffering through like 100-degree weather because we're like, I will wear these jeans. Hi, Danny Lynn. Let's see, just do it. Find Katie. Search for Vonda. Okay. Yeah, there you go. You could probably click on her name, like now that she's posted, and you could probably see her. You can follow her. I love mock turtlenecks. I remember I had some that were striped with my pegged jeans and rolled up. Washington State on Wednesday to visit my son. Oh, that's lovely. We're working on getting a wood stove hooked up in the family room. Yes. Okay, so one of the shows that I just finished watching that made me so sad that I'm done watching it is the Escape to the Chateau. And it's on the Peacock, but I think you can get it also on Vonda. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a dickie is, so you'll have to explain. I don't think I ever wore that. So the way that this oh hey, Paul's home now. Woohoo. With the chateau, they did the wood oven, the wood stove to heat up the whole chateau. 5 stories. So they had to build like a heating system. So Sandy, it was like almost very similar to the one you had. It was maybe a little bit bigger. So how'd it go? You won? That's awesome. So their team is doing very well. So this is the 3rd win. So yay. So in a row, I know, that's exciting. And this is only Jonas's 2nd season playing, but I feel like he's making some good strides in the right direction. Like he's getting it. And we've already signed him up for outdoor soccer for the next month. Did you hear that, you guys? He said it smells like peach cobbler. I wonder why. Okay, so in the thumbnail, all I am using is some yellow cake mix. And then I used 2 of these larger sliced peaches in the heavy syrup. Now, I've used it also in the juice. I don't think it really matters much. But what I do is I pour out the juice out of one and then just or it'll be really juicy. And then I just take a stick of butter and slice it into small bits and kind of scatter it around. And that's when you put the lid on and let it go for a couple hours. So we're going to have to I'll take you in the kitchen in a little bit here and show you. Look at him go. Oh, he's doing so great. I love I will go with him to his practices, like if they're in the indoor soccer place, and I'll just walk around while they are. So I'm getting my steps. I'm already at 5,400 for today. So about more than halfway there. Huh? Yes, get over here. Oh, here, how about I go in there and then we'll come back in here. So he's like, do you need me to come sit with you? Yes, we love Paul, right, guys?
You don't need me, do you?
We always need Paul. All right, so bear with me. Hopefully this is not making anybody sick. Motion sickness. Okay. So take a look at that. So I like it to go a little bit longer. And this is one of those times that I love using those crock pot liners, because even though you can do it without the liner for sure, it makes it so much easier to clean up. Oh, it's so close, you guys. All right, so maybe before the end of the live, I'll be able to scoop. Yay! All right, sorry. It's walking. It got, ouch. I just slammed my knee in the thing. Ah. Okay. Yeah, the liners. So sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. So I use them a lot when I am cooking things that are can be really easily burned, like cheese in the crock pot or like a dessert like that. Stop teasing us. But you guys, those 3 ingredients, you guys can all do it for sure. So easy. They are great. You know, I think I've bought those crock pot liners at the Dollar Tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I did.
Probably poisonous.
Stop.
Give you COVID.
Stop. I'm doing okay, Janelle, with my daily steps. I'm at already like 5,400 for today so far. So I'm sure I'll hit my 10K. It feels like it's every other day. This last week I've been doing it. So I'll just kick it into gear a little bit more. But I do feel like my eyes are puffy. And I was telling them about the salt. What has salt? It's also got salt. You'll have to tell me, Danny Lynn. Yeah, because I know those tortilla chips that I ate this week probably weren't good for my salt intake.
No, probably not.
Yeah, his Smile More shirt. Yep. He loves that shirt. I got him another shirt.
I wore it last week.
Yeah, the Patriot shirt. It's cute. It's perfect. Pop, chips, lunch meat, pizza. I know.
What's pop? What is it?
They all have salt in it.
Like popcorn?
Maybe soda.
Oh.
Soda pop.
Oh, you mean soda?
Sausage, ham, bacon. Yep, those are all the things I love to eat. That's just horrible. I'm making vegetable soup and in my crock. Oh, and it's tasting bland. Yeah.
Salt will help that.
Yeah, that's why she said that.
Oh.
Danny Lynn. It is soda. Yeah, yeah. That sounds good though. Vegetable beef soup does sound really good right now.
We say pop. What part of the country or world, I guess?
I need some people that say pop. Can't say I was very pleasantly nice to them about it.
Because that's something you should argue about, definitely.
Well, I was in high school. Just a guy that I dated. He came from Utah and they called him Pop. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
I wonder if it's kind of a regional thing.
I think it is. I think it is. And they say Pop in the UK.
In the South, they say Coke. When I was growing up, we said Coke.
And you say Coke for everything, though, right? It's not just.
If my mom and dad would send us to 7-Eleven to get them a drink, they'd say, "Go give me a Coke." We knew that might get them a Diet Coke, you know.
Or if you drank root beer, you'd call it a Coke.
Or back in the day, Tab.
Tab. Let's see. So, okay, Katie, that show that I was just saying, the escape to the chateau, the people were from England and bought a chateau in France. Do you know this show? Is this kind of like a big deal over there because they have 6 seasons? I'm so curious.
Tab and Fresca. We still drink Fresca. I love Fresca.
Oh yeah, and I even just bought some store brand version of the Fresca. I know it's store brand, but you guys drink it.
No, it's not bad. It's not nearly as good as real Fresca, but it's not bad.
It's just that I saw it on sale. So, hi Stephanie, glad you could join us. I'm looking for Katie to answer my question if she knows Dick and Angel from the Chateau. I love them. Nesbitt.
Just because they're in England. Hey, do you know Elton John? He's from England.
Stop. I mean, like, is the show popular?
Oh,
I didn't say personally, but if you do, that's even cooler. They just seem so approachable.
Yes, we do know this show. Yes, I watched it for sure. The kids love it too.
Love it too. They want to buy one. We are still on lockdown. LOL. That's funny. Yes, I watched your Vaughn's grocery haul chuckle when you called the store brand Fresca. I bought some store brand Fresca.
I didn't know for a long time. You know those videos where they say, "I was today years old when I learned."
Yeah.
I didn't know that Fresca forever. I didn't know that was a grapefruit flavored soda.
I think I learned that a few years back, but it's really good. In fact, I was drinking something and I thought it, or eating something and I thought it tasted like Fresca. Do you remember? I was like, we had something recently in the house and I'm like, it has a Fresca flavor. What have we been doing today? Well, Paul just got home from the game with Jonas. They had a soccer game today. We went out to lunch today.
Ethan had a really good game today.
Oh, did he?
But I won't spoil anything.
Well, that's good because then they'll be anticipating some good footage. Maybe.
Tina wasn't there though.
Oh, well, maybe she was at another game.
She might have been maybe
Ashlyn has a game, yeah. But what is Tab? Tab used to be a soda company.
It's kind of like the original diet soda. Or something
like Squirt.
Is Tab still even in stores? I have seen Tab in like novelty places.
Oh, so I was going to try to convince Paul to go with me to Walmart after this. Well, because we need to get a bedding, like an inexpensive bedding set.
I trust whatever you're gonna get.
Okay.
We have some Amazon stuff coming. I gotta make sure I'm here for that just in case.
Well, I could tell you what time it's gonna get here.
I'll just be here just in case.
we have pulled out the other bed, the other trundle, and you could raise it up. So it's like we have 2 twin beds now. In Kobe's room, we're just getting it ready for Isaiah. So I want them to match. So it's pretty inexpensive, like a $30 bedding set. So
they discontinued Tab last year.
whoa, that's very interesting. Or something else, Tab commercials.
You know who will go with you to Vaughn's?
You mean Walmart?
Walmart, you know who will go?
Jonas?
Yes, because he needs you to stop by GameStop.
Ugh. He wants me to buy him a $10 card for his video games. Well, maybe you can do it. You can do it.
Paul, you have to.
But you know what? You have to go because you have to use your debit.
You can take my debit card.
I was at the store, you guys, today picking up just some like baggies, and I couldn't use my debit card. Did you know debit cards have a spending daily limit?
I actually
I didn't know.
You can set that limit with your bank, but I knew that because, you know, when we sell big tile jobs or, you know, big things like that, somebody will come in with a $10,000 order and put it on their credit card, and it almost always gets denied. And we always have to tell them, you have to call your bank, you have to tell them to take the hold off. And you guys are wrong. I don't have to. And Isaiah will be home April 8th.
Yeah. So it's like 40 something days, like 49 days or something like that.
I think. He got his itinerary and his paperwork. So.
Yeah, we weren't sure if he was going to come on the 7th, but it is the 8th.
Yeah. I took the 7th off anyways.
Good, you can clean.
7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yeah, so we're excited about that, and things are starting to happen where we're making some arrangements, some planning. One of the activities that we had the little boys do at our house was to help color in some posters for him that say "Welcome Home," and we're not all the way done with those. So you're not going outside right now; it's freezing.
Hey, did you know that you're going to Walmart? That's how you're getting your PlayStation card.
When's he going to do? What's he going to do when he goes home? Work. He's going to work, and then he goes out to BYU. He could go in the fall. Like he might go away. I might go in a few months later. But he's also toying with the idea of postponing a semester to just keep saving money, so that way he can pay for, you know, year by year. And so he'll be ready to go.
He is feeling better, Mom. I think it was just like a 24-hour thing, but he's feeling a lot better.
Yeah. Yep. When we talked to him on Monday, he was having some issues on the Saturday before, where he had to go to the doctor, and they thought it could have been diverticulitis, some upset, you know, tummy stuff. He does have some sensitivities to gluten. He's definitely our kid. And so he does want to do some allergy testing, which I've been looking into doing that as well, because I think that there are certain things that I'm eating, but I'm not sure, but I'm guessing it's dairy, and I don't want it to be dairy.
I know dairy. Dairy is killing me.
So I think if I did it official and did like these tests, there's something called Everly Well, where you can do like a blood test and have it sent out to a lab. So Isaiah and I will probably want to do that together. So we'll see.
James, Braden's about 5.5, 6 months behind Isaiah.
Yeah. So every 6 months, our church has something called General Conference, which is coming up in April. Isaiah was
April and October.
April and October. So Isaiah was at the Missionary Training Center during General Conference, which was really special. And Braden was in the Missionary Training Center in the October General Conference. So they're about 6 months about.
Mm-hmm. So pretty cool that Isaiah and Braden will be home this year. Mm-hmm. We'll have a good vacation together, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. Vonda, I've had it before, the diverticulitis, and you're right. It was painful, and I was not happy. And it was interesting because I was doing the timeline. I had gotten it in around like the end of September, beginning of October. And then a few months later, I ended up getting shingles. And so but I haven't had shingles since. This was a few years ago.
I've had shingles
since, but not in a while though.
I got them when I was young.
Yeah, you were in your 20s.
Early 20s.
And so I wondered if, because it was in my gut, if maybe like it had like released stress to my body. I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah. After stress, look at that. Happens after stress. And I said that same word.
I should always have shingles then.
Yeah. So yeah, that I wasn't surprised that Isaiah mentioned diverticulitis. In fact, he had told the doctors that I had it, and so he had wondered if maybe that was hereditary, and they wanted him to change some things in his diet. So at that time, he was having like really multi-grain bread, wheat breads. Like he's very particular about like some health food for him because he kind of is aware and he cooks all his food and he's like, I don't make anything from the box. He's so proud of himself. He's like, I make my own food, which I love hearing. So he needs to move. He has to get away from those extra grainy, extra, oaty kind of bread.
Stephanie said her sister-in-law was just in the emergency room the other night with shingles in her eye.
Yikes.
My mom had shingles in 8th grade. I did not know that.
I know.
Learn something new every day.
Well, I got chicken pox for the first time when I was 18.
I think I had them in 1st grade.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what most people do. They get them really young, but I never got them.
Most people don't get them anymore.
I know now they get the vaccination. Our kids. Yeah. Okay. So I had heard that. Did your sister-in-law have COVID? Because I had heard that people were getting like the shingles and it was getting in their eyes and that was a symptom of COVID. So I'm curious. I know that sounds very painful.
Yeah, I didn't know I had it. I was at work and I was telling my boss that my skin just really hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in the military and kind of an older guy and pretty smart guy. And I said, I have these red bumps on my side. And he's like, well, let me see. Lift up your shirt. Let me see. This also the guy I had to show my hernia too. And
For real?
Yes. And I lifted up my shirt. And he's like, you got to go. He's like, you have shingles. And then I went back the next day and he said, what are you doing here? And I said, I feel better. He said, you got to get a doctor's note to come back. And I was like, okay.
So that just shows like we hadn't had kids. He was, we were newly married. He's like, I'm fine. But like for me, I had shingles and I went to the doctors and it was over Christmas break, but I was still worried because I was still doing preschool classes in my home that I would be giving it like chicken pox to the kids. And so I was told that as long as I'm not like touching them, the actual bumps, and then touching the kids, which they were under my clothes, like I wouldn't even be doing that. So
did you see Katie said they still get the chicken pox in England because they don't have the vaccine there?
Oh, wow. Honestly, I think that that's okay. That's like one, if the younger you get it, it's really, I feel like it's a better way to get an immunity to it. Because I am there when I worked at a preschool, when they first started to do the vaccinations, there was one year, it was one week, it felt like, that there was kids that were getting it, but they only got like a small patch. Well, it like only happened like on their arms, underarms, and on their tummy. But we had to send them home because it was chickenpox. Well, that whole school ended up getting it because they all had vaccinations, but it was like a small strain that actually wasn't. So they actually, like a lot of kids got sent home. So it's like, might as well get the chickenpox then the natural way.
Christy's had shingles 7 times. I don't know how many times I've had it.
I've only had it once. I think you've had it a few times.
Yeah, because I've had where I'll get some spots and my skin will really it'll really hurt and be irritated.
Mm-hmm. You could kind of feel like it's coming on too sometimes, huh?
And it's that same thing that I had back in my early 20s. Mm-hmm. I hear once you get it once, you're more susceptible to it. So.
Mm-hmm. And 2 bouts. Okay, so she had shingles 7 times, 2 bouts with diverticulitis, and I also have an autoimmune disease, which is why shingles have been an issue, but not fun at all. Ugh. My mother, she had a lot of autoimmune diseases, so I'm just kind of bearing it because I know it's probably coming my way, or I have a higher chance of it coming my way.
Jen Bowles, that's the way to do it. That's how we want to get things done.
Yes. Yes. I hear ya. My two youngest were vaccinated. Yep. Yeah. Our oldest, I think our kids were all they all got vaccinated because of school.
Yeah.
It is painful. You're right, Mina. And what's interesting is that you only get like a cluster of you only get like 10 at most, it seems like. It's interesting what it does. So you guys, would you like to go serve or do you want me to go serve? I wanted to show them. I was going to put it in a little bowl. Do you want to talk to them or you want me to talk to them?
How about you talk to them?
Okay.
You're more social than me.
Then there's ice cream in the freezer and there's
Front freezer or back freezer?
front. I put all up front. And I put little bowls, just a little one. I just want a little bit. But kind of get like a good piece. Like I want to show them the bread part. Well, they do shingles vaccinations. I've seen that. Oh goodness, the shot was priced. Yikes. It seems like it should be a lot cheaper for sure. Do you think it needs to be turned off? Because it could cook a little longer if you think it needs it. March 1st. Well, good. Pre-existing conditions, yes. In April, I heard that maybe I just read an article, but it's supposed to be kind of a first come, first serve starting in April. Amy, what do you think? Is that something your hospital's talking about? Is to kind of be ready for the wave, this big wave of people coming? We had a good friend that had the shingles, and then soon after, oh no. Okay, so one of the people I watch on Instagram, she got meningitis, and Danny Lynn, you know who I'm talking about. She got meningitis, and they didn't know how she got meningitis or what kind, bacterial or the viral. And then while she was in the hospital, she got shingles. So they knew it was a viral meningitis. Amazing, right? That's amazing. Yes. Oh, yes. I'm very sorry. Yes. You know, health is wasted on the youth. Because when I was younger, I had no idea, like some of the things that I would be experiencing or my friends and family would be experiencing as well. And man, grateful that I can, still do my steps for now. Like I feel good so far, and, but there have been times where I couldn't do that. Like 13%. Yeah. I'd be surprised like how many, I guess I wouldn't be surprised depending on how many people. I did hear we get to start the 65 and over now here in the Las Vegas area. We pay for our medical stuff. Yep. I've had patients die of viral and bacterial. Yes. The ones that kind of go through the meningitis in the college campus, sometimes that happens. That's bacterial, right? Or is that viral? I thought it was bacterial because of like the bedding and stuff in the beds and things like that. I might be completely off base. 65 over here right now. Over. Okay. So maybe it's going to be closer to, it looks like maybe summer for a lot of people to be able to just come, first serve. But and then, right, maybe we have this under control because I'm on the treatments. Yes, kid meningitis is usually bacterial. Yep. So yeah, I can hear it. I can smell it. It's going to look so good. Yeah, my dad is going, he told me, I talked to him yesterday. My father said that he's going to get the vaccination and then feel, like he can go anywhere really. And it's only because of his age. But I asked him, I'm like, hey, when's Disneyland going to open? Are they talking about it? And his response, I didn't even know it was closed. Okay, so maybe James, who else is in California? Anybody can tell us, when is Disneyland? When are they trying to get it open? Because that is one place Isaiah would like to go to. And we're going to see if we can try to save up some extra income for that. So extra money to try to make that happen. But we'll see. We'll see. If it's not going to be open anytime soon, then it might have to be a lagoon. Ooh, you guys. Okay. Look at that. You see that bready part? That is the cake mix with the juice of the peaches and the butter. So it would go, if it cooks a little longer, there'll be some crispy edges too.
Oh, good in here. I mean, it smells floral.
Oh, because I tried that sprinkle stuff on the carpet. I bought some like room deodorizer, like sprinkle stuff for our carpets. You like that, Ezzy?
You just have rugs of.
But I wanted to do it up in the boys' room, but I wanted to try it out first.
Kids stink.
No, I don't.
No, you do. Trust me.
And so I wanted to do that, and it was it's very, very strong. Maybe a little more strong than I want it to be. Man, this is so good. Yeah, do you still have the crock pot on?
I do.
Okay. This is a good one.
I'll spill that down my backside.
Yeah, my dad said the same thing too, James, about it being a place for vaccinations. But I know we are trying to get him to get his hair cut. Look at how long his hair is. That's exclamation.
It's not long.
Little hippie.
No, I don't like this one.
You got neck curtains.
That's not what I look like a girl.
It doesn't look like a girl. It's just like long, like almost like a skateboarder, like a skater or a surfer.
It's so good. Oops. Hey, Ezra, bring me a napkin, please. I dripped on the table.
It's a thinker. So people with high blood pressure or asthma is not considered pre-existing conditions. Wow. Kathleen, we are doing well, and now even better because we are having some yummy cobbler. The peach cobbler that I just showed in the picture is just, look at that. That's like a bready part.
Thank you.
2 cans. Let me reach over here. 2 cans of the big peaches in the syrup. You can also be in the juice, however you do it. And I kind of drain one of them, and then the other one I don't. Do you want to pass me the cake mix? And then I just use this yellow cake mix and sprinkle it all over, kind of evenly around the crock pot. And then I take a stick of butter and slice it into small pieces and kind of sprinkle it all over so it's really evenly dispersed. And then you cook it. You can put it on low for a few hours, cook it on high for a couple hours, but just kind of check on it. You're looking for crispy edges and a firmer top. So
we should do it in the Dutch oven one time.
Well, a lot of people do that.
I know.
Remember when we were up at the mountains with the we were with another family, and they must have drained out all the liquid from both of the cans, and then they opened a Sprite and put the Sprite in there. It was really sweet.
It was.
I think this is like perfect sweet. Yeah, it's so easy, Kathleen, and you'll have to let me know what you think of it. I have not used fresh peaches because I normally don't have them. But if you have them, I would just add some kind of liquid, like maybe the soda.
Simple syrup or something.
Yeah, but maybe if they just use like a diet Sprite or something.
Well, I'm not gonna have sugar in it.
Okay, so a can of soda or something. That will give you the simple syrup. Yeah. Yeah, it's so easy. So easy. And I even thought about after I put the cake mix, about even sprinkling some cinnamon in it. That would have been good.
Even a little caramel on top would be good.
Yeah, this is delish.
Trying to mukbang.
I know. Sorry, guys, but I can't let my ice cream melt.
I know. It's so good. So good.
Eating some grapes. Better for you.
Oh, this has fruit in it. We're good.
I know. Peaches at the bottom.
and legumes, right? Vanilla beans or beans. Is that a reach?
Mhm. What's that one thing about? I had salad tonight for dinner. It was like, lettuce, and tomatoes. Okay, the tomatoes was actually like tomato sauce.
Ketchup or something.
And then they're like, okay, it was not really like salad, but it was more like pizza. Yeah, it was pizza.
Yeah, crouton was the crust.
Yeah. That's us reaching. Mm. I like some herbal teas. Isaiah really likes it with hibiscus, like a hibiscus floral tea.
I should be eating this with a gluten-free cake mix, but every now and then I fall off the wagon.
Yeah. We haven't tried it with a gluten-free cake mix, but I will. I just keep these in our pantry with the peaches and stuff. And it's not like we really use them all that often, but I thought we should. So that's why I was thinking the last couple weeks I should make this, because that way we can kind of rotate things out, and I'll look for that gluten-free cake mix because I think that'll be really good to try. You count as a teacher, so you could probably get your vaccine soon. Well, Paul's considered an essential worker.
Thankfully, I haven't been laid off this whole time.
And I work online, so I already had it, so I'm not like really in a rush. So I think by the next year, how like strains change, like with influenza, every year there's a certain strain that they give the vaccination for. I feel like there's going to be more different strains to this. So every year they'll always have like a COVID vaccine, like a flu shot.
Okay, I'm done. I messed up eating on camera.
I know.
Oh, so good.
I'm done too, guys.
It's kind of cold and windy outside, so it's a good dessert for that, for the ambiance outdoors.
You can kind of see how it gets really bright, and then it kind of gets like a cloud over.
And there was, when we were driving home from the soccer game, there's places in the valley where it's raining.
I wondered that because there was some really thick clouds when we were over having lunch today. We were leaving.
There might be an annual vaccine for COVID.
That's what I think. I think it's going to be like the flu shot. So it's something that, people are going to, if they have immune systems, immune compromised systems.
My mom got snow today. I've never had the flu shot either.
Me neither. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. I can't predict the future about what's going to happen, what's going to be, if it's something that we're going to have to do. We'll see. You guys, like I said, this was such an easy dessert to do. So yummy. And if you make it, you got to let us know. Got to let us know.
Have you done you posted the video that we did outside yet?
No, that's going to be on Tuesday. So Paul is telling you and hinting at that we did a video together, and it's coming out on Tuesday, you guys. So
and it was so good.
So good.
Oh man, I mean, just incredible.
We are fans of eating.
In fact, I was talking to my dad this morning, and he called for something, and I said, "Did you get the pictures of what we made?" And he's like, I think he was lying to me because he was jealous.
Yeah. I make it sometimes, but not nearly often. Like rarely, more like. Yeah, I love food. Yeah, me too. But I wish I loved food more. Like more fruits and vegetables.
You wish I loved more food?
Like more differences in food. Like if you guys have ever watched on The Lost Kitchen, which is on the Magnolia Network preview on Discovery Plus. Love that show, binged it as well. They create from farm to table, and they'll create menus from that. And people love their food. And they're like, here's, clams and oysters because they're in Maine, or here's, tuna and, seared. And, I'm like, I want to love all of that. It just looks so pretty.
It looks nice, and the ambiance where they're at is nice.
I'll be like, do you just have bread rolls?
It's kind of in the woods and all that stuff, but they did pork one time. It looked really good.
It did, yeah.
But I just don't think I would like they
have a whole cutting board to eat like all these different kinds of cheeses, and they put like flowers, bone marrow in the butter, like all of that. And I've never tried all of that, so maybe I would like it. But for now, you know, it's me taking care of my family, and so I know what they like.
Mm-hmm. I think we like a lot of fruits and vegetables. I just don't. There's certain things where I get, like when we went to Zupa's, I'm like, how do you guys mess up a steak and cheese? But they found a way to mess it up. And that's just me. Obviously, my taste is subjective, and I'm very picky.
All right. So James just asked if Discovery Plus is worth getting, and right now, it's free if you have like a Verizon, and maybe other phone carriers have it where it's free for 6 months or so. So you may want to check that route because you may be able to get it for free. After that, I believe it's going to be $4.99 a month or $5.99 a month. Okay, so yes, it does have a lot of great channels, like it seemed like 15 different channels,
like history
channel to cooking channels to HGTVs.
Stephanie, it is on the Fire Stick.
Yeah.
And hi, Rachel.
And so we, yes, I do think if you are wanting to see like all of those like learning show, cooking shows, yes. My thing is I am loving the Magnolia channel preview, which will come out in July. So anything Joanna Gaines creates, I'm all over it. So I'm going to have to get that network, and that will be, I believe, $5.99 a month just for the Magnolia network. So you could see where you don't need to pay for a carrier or a Cox cable, you know, like a cable company or a DirecTV company or a dish. You can just, if you have a smart TV, you can just get the apps and you'll be totally content. What's he doing? He's being silly. The Phillips are going to get the shot before me. Okay. Which one? Oh, yes. We were in the mall walking out of the place for where we were having lunch, and we were counting steps, and so he started doing that and making me laugh.
Yeah, apparently I was picky when I was little. But you know, I already knew that.
I've heard stories that he wouldn't eat a quesadilla or grilled cheese with white cheese in it.
No, that wasn't my calendars.
Was it a grilled cheese?
It did. We were down there for Disneyland for vacation, and I threw a fit in Marie calendars because my grilled cheese had white cheese.
You like white cheese, huh?
But I was only about 15.
Yeah, the white cheese when I make you sometimes the quesadillas.
In all reality, I was probably Ezra's age.
So I can braid this. When we sit in church, he lets me braid it. Yeah, Discovery Plus is $6 a month, and I really do feel it's way worth it for all of what you get, for sure.
They have some cool shows on there too, like cabin building shows that I like to watch because I like to build stuff. And
like it has the Learning Channel and Discovery Channel. And so it's all of families, like all of the family friendly things. And then like all the HGTVs, cooking channels, Food Network. It's got a lot. That Animal Planet, Discovery Planet, a lot of the stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Remember to like the live. Yes, Danny. So we are on our way out, everyone. I'm so glad that all of you have spent your Saturday just a little bit with us. And hi, Ezra. Rain said it and Grandma said it. And so we just know that we appreciate all of you. I love getting to know you a little bit more. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Look for the video on Tuesday and stick around. You just never know what will be rolling out next. Bye, you guys. Bye, Kathleen.
Bye.
Bye, James.
Telemarketer phone.
I know. We just did. Just ignore. Bye, Katie. Bye, Stephanie.
Double byes.
Bye, Amy. Bye, Choose Your Day. That's right. Keep rollers. Yeah, we keep rolling. Rolling with the homies. Name that movie.
I know.
Bye, Wendy. Bye, Marissa.
See if anybody can name it before you log off.
Okay. Rolling with the homies. Who's saying that? Bye.
The character's name.
Bye, Danny Lynn.
I'll give him a hint. The actress. It was an actress.
Yeah.
and the year
Okay,
the movie
that
came
doesn't-
out,
And
and
she's
the name
like,
of the movie.
Woman with the homies. Okay, I don't think they're gonna get it before we leave.
Should I
Okay, we're
tell?
gonna tell you.
It was Ty, who's played by.
Oh, close. It was in Clueless, but it was
wasn't
Ty.
It was Ty in Clueless.
Yeah,
Those are Brittany Murphy.
Brittany Murphy. Yes.
Yeah.
So good, you guys. All right.
Edie got it.
Yay!
That's such a good movie.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye. Double bye. Bye 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 bye.
Baby, bye bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.